welcome back for the final intro session for understanding more about PMI and how it impacts your health. Today we're going to talk about actual physical activity. Physical activity we all know is important for our health. But the type of physical activity that we partake in actually does play an impact on how well we do. When you are actually been in a state of distress for a super long time and prolonged chronic stress or overwhelming traumas and situations, your body can be more sensitive in how it responds to a lot of activities that are considered the norm and beneficial. And what I'm talking about is like high intensity training. High intensity training is great. It has its place, right? And depending on the situation. But just like with any type of physical activity, every person has different things they need to consider before participating in that activity. If you've been someone where your nervous system is so overwhelmed and so out of whack because you just had so much going on that it may not be beneficial for you in that moment. It's not that you can't get there again, but at this time, your body needs to be restored to stay the balance. And so partaking in those activities might cause more. You may find you may have more joint pain, might have more inflammatory responses because honestly, when we work out, that's not really when we're getting stronger. It happens with the rest periods, right? The body needs to repair, and your body needs more time to repair. If you're already at a point where your body is constantly trying to use the resources to repair from all the damage that is occurring, then you're not going to benefit from that movement. But what do you do then? How are you going to be active? Well, there are many ways to stay active to make sure that you're still benefiting yourself and getting back to the state that you would consider to be your norm. Just like when a person breaks their ankle, they can't go out the next day and do jumping jacks and jumping and high intensity sprints and running. Their body needs to rest. And then it also needs incremental movement and the type of movement that's beneficial so that it can heal properly to try to avoid future injury. That's where you are. It may feel like you're not injured. You may feel like you don't need all that extra stress, or you might notice that you have a lot. That's why the body needs it. It's telling you. And the more you push it down, the longer you're just prolonging it. So I challenge you to find movement that's going to be beneficial. And there are many different types. For one, walking. Walking is beneficial, right? Centurions walk. Walking is something we're designed to do. You can incorporate that into your day. Another thing to consider is making sure that the movement you do is joyful for you. That's different for everyone. And if you're someone like I used to, would love to do, I still do, but I try not to overwhelm myself, and I had to take time off. But enjoy that high intensity training. If it's in a point where your body can't handle it, it's no longer benefiting. So find something else that's joyful, and then that will provide you with the endorphins, endorphin rush. And your mindset's important too, because if you're going to it thinking, "Oh, this is horrible," your body's not going to respond well because you're not responding well. It's not going to think it's beneficial. You want it to combat that cortisol, that rush that comes out from being stressed, distressed. So that's something important. Find movement that is healing to the body in that moment. And movement that is joyful to you. You love dancing, embrace what you can do, meet yourself where you are, and be realistic with yourself. And it's important. Other things you can do are different types of water-based training. There's like water aerobics and different things like that. But first, of course, you have to check with your doctor and understand what works for your physical body and find what works well. But the last one I will leave you are two ones that are really, really cool. Pilates. Pilates combines strength and it also helps you focus on the breath. Yoga also helps you learn to focus on the breath. it provides, there's different types. Now, if you go in there with the mindset of doing like power yoga in this stage, it may not be beneficial. But not only can you do yoga, where it's like a moving flow, maybe a gentle vinyasa type movement, but you can also incorporate a restorative yoga session throughout your week. There has been research, and I'll link it for you, that doing just restorative once a week is beneficial long term for the participant. Why? Because you're bringing your body back to that state of optimal wellness and back to a state where it's allowing your body to heal, do what it needs to do internally, but also you're restoring balance to yourself. Because one, you're taking control of the breath, help with nervous system calm. And then two, you're providing yourself with that strengthening and that stretching that you need. You need flexibility, you need strength, you need to do it in a way and in a manner that long term you benefit from. And short term, you also benefit from because it won't take so long for us to, be able to go back and do it again. Because in this moment, it's okay. Accepting that you need more rest is okay. It's nothing bad. It's just where you are. And as you continue to get stronger and give yourself back to the state of wellness and a state of optimal wellness for yourself and balance, you'll be able to incorporate more. So I encourage you to find movements that you find enjoyable and find movements that are not hurting your joints, that you feel is beneficial. You notice that when you do it, it doesn't take you 4 days of rest to be able to do it again. Finding something that is a balance of you being able to maintain or improve your strength and your flexibility while still nourishing your body and your mind because you have a healthy connection. And then from there, continue to grow. That's all I have. I really hope that this was a good series introduction to kind of help you understand the importance of health and wellness on more than just the basic level. And that's why I wanted to make sure this content was relevant. If you have any feedback or any suggestions or more content that you might be going to be able to take and digest to kind of help you get to your best self, let me know. Other than that, be well, be safe. You're amazing.